You need to have an electrical safety program. Have you heard of this before? In fact, you may have heard of it right from the Workplace Electrical Safety Standard. You need to be able to show due diligence, but most importantly, you need a way to keep your electrical workers safe. Does this sound familiar? You may be confused between codes and standards and regulations and what it all means. You also may be thinking, what do I need? Usually companies end up creating some massive document to act as their electrical safety program, but these documents can often cause even more confusion. Here are the problems with the big document approach. First, most of the time people just end up rewriting the standard, which is all about what you need to do, but never mentions how you need to do it. We often see people who don't know how to write policy statements, don't know how to do incident investigations, and their workers don't understand their rights and responsibilities. This is completely normal. These documents often become messy with revisions from multiple authors that constantly contradict each other. The leadership team might make one amendment, and then the supervisor might add something completely different. This doesn't help the workers at all. These documents overlook the fact that there are 3 different audiences for your electrical safety program. This approach assumes that the leadership team, the supervisors, and the workers should all be looking at the same material, but that's just going to cause even more confusion. The thing is, a document is not a program. Let's say you went to the gym and signed up for a workout program. If the gym just gave you a big document full of exercises and then you took that document home, set it on the table, and watched TV and ate chips all day, well, that wouldn't be much of a workout program, would it? A good workout program would give you time with a personal trainer doing the exercises and having a way to track your progress, right? Well, it's the same with an electrical safety program, only it's a little more complicated because it's not for one individual, it's for an entire organization. When you develop your electrical safety program with LEAF, we start with a series of workshops and work with you to create the policy for your leadership team, the supervisor's guide for your supervisors, and the electrical safety manual for your workers. We make sure everyone has their needs met. Our workshops are a two-way street. You learn how all this works together, and we gather the information we need to build these things for you. The policy helps the leadership team define what safety regulations their organization is going to follow and what the belief system behind each regulation is. This policy should always be customized for your team's needs. The policy will help with things like tracking the progress and sustainability of your electrical safety program. It creates accountability for the leadership team by having an agreement on what safety looks like. The supervisor's guide makes it easy for the supervisor to understand how to keep the workers safe and how to prepare them to do their job safely. It will help the things like performing incident investigations, near-miss reporting, determining if a worker is qualified, and making sure your organization gets the right PPE, tools, and equipment. The electrical safety manual lets the workers know not just what they need to do to work safely, but how they need to do it. It'll help with writing job safety plans, knowing how to respond in emergencies, and knowing how to select and inspect the right equipment for any job. After this is all done, we can develop your training. Most safety training programs come as a series of generic slide decks that just regurgitate the standard. Not only does this not engage the audience, but it's also just plain boring. It forces your workers to focus entirely on the what and not enough on the how. It's all based around policy when it should really be based on practice. That's why your training will be based around the content of the electrical safety manual. It's the stuff the workers need to know how to do. Instead of a slide deck followed by arbitrary tests, your training will use full immersion e-learning that focuses on decision-making skills. Not only will your workers learn how to work safely, but they'll also gain the confidence in their knowledge before they get on the job. With this program, the leadership team, supervisors, and workers will all know exactly what role they need to play in achieving electrical safety in the workplace. Procedures and responsibilities are clearly defined, and everyone will have what they need.